DJs BrewTube beer review. You know what, guys? I'm out doing a little bit of grilling still, getting my cook on, and I said, you know, I want a nice session beer, so I'm not getting too cronked up. What do I got in the fridge? Well, I got a beer from Firestone Walker Brewing Company out of Paso Robles, California, US of A. Yay, yay. And it's their DBA, or Double Barrel Ale. Now, this particular beer is an ESB. It's a year-round serving. If you live out west, that is. 5% ABV and 30 IBUs. Now, this is one of their oak fermented beers, and for ESBs, that's really traditional. One of the guys who started Firestone Walker is from the UK originally, so that squares. In this, for malts, they're using, it's actually a pretty big recipe for a beer like this. They're using 2-row, Maris Otter, Munich, Crystal, and chocolate malt in this. And for hops, they're using a freaking boatload of hops. They're using Magnum, East Kent Goldings, and I think it's Styrian Goldings they're using, and they're also dry hopping this with East Kent Goldings. So it's traditional in some ways and not traditional in others. I don't know that the traditional ESB is necessarily dry hopped, but anyways, I've been waiting a long time to try this. I really like the double DBA that I had. Of course, that's a barrel-aged beer and all that, but this is kind of like where it started. So, let's get the cap popped on this, get it in the glass, and see what's up. Oh, nice hiss off the top. Lovely boxing bear of California, sort of Firestone Walker-ish. Get in the glass. Now, I know this beer is nice and fresh. Why? Because it has the date, bottling date, right on the front of it. Can't go wrong with that. Maybe that's why, you know, they want to make sure they distribute fresh beer. That's why it's not here on the East Coast or further distribution. So, as you can see, it's actually nice and clear. It's a deep amber color with some red and orange tones coming through it, like sort of a dark copper. The head's settling down pretty quick. We got about a 3/4 finger head when I swirl it. Getting some instant glass lacing and maybe a little tiny bit of alcohol legs, which is surprising for a 5%er, but who knows, right? Totally clear. Obviously nice and filtered, really nice looking beer. Let's see what the aroma's like on it. Wow, you can smell those Goldings hops right up in your face initially. Caramel, toffee, sweet like bready malt, and some floral hops. So we've got like sort of some like bittering hops, floral hops, caramel, toffee. You can smell a bit of like vanilla also. Maybe that's from the oak fermentation. Pretty complex smelling beer for an ESB. This is the first, I guess, oak barrel or barrel fermented that I've ever had of this like standard type. I've had barrel fermented, you know, imperial ESBs before, but all the regular ESBs have been stainless fermentation. So let's get a taste on this. Smells nice. Let's see if the taste lives up to the aroma. Cheers. Wow, nice. It's a bit hoppier and more bitter than a lot of ESBs that I've had. I guess the dry hopping's doing that. You get caramel, toffee. There's actually a slight bit metallic taste in this almost sometimes. I guess maybe one of the hops is maybe throwing a little bit of that. But definitely the aftertaste is of caramel, toffee sort of. Let me get another taste here real quick. And it's like I said, it's quite a bit more hoppy than other ESBs I've had. It's a little bit watery. It's actually like a thin, medium mouthfeel, not overly watery. The sweetness that's from the malt and everything is totally in check by the hops that are in there. And there's an earthy taste to this as well. Maybe that's coming from the East Kent Goldings. I'm not sure. I'm not a big aficionado of British hops, but it's a really tasty beer. I mean, it's one that you could definitely chug from top to bottom, and it would be a decent session beer. And by the taste of this, I can tell this would pair well with food because it's not a monster taste, but it has like some bitterness in there that can help cut and counteract against other flavors that you may be, foods that you may be eating. I can see this going really nice with a cheese plate, or you know, maybe a dinner. I mean, I usually eat Mexican food because that's how we roll around my house. So maybe this would go with some tacos. You know, sometimes these bitter beers pair off well against spicy food. Anyways, let's get a grade on this bad boy. What do the other guys think? Rate Beer's giving this an 85, and Beer Advocate's giving it an 83. I'm going to go with an 80. I'm going to go straight down the middle. I'm going to give it an 84. I'm going to give it a B. It's not a mind-blowing beer. It's a really tasty beer. I would buy it again, and I would drink it again, though I don't know if I would necessarily seek it out. The double DBA barrel aged is a totally different animal than this. They're not even in the same league. I can taste some of the similarities in there, but this is like a shadow of that beer, and that's like the super big brother of it. Anyways, plus it's barrel aged, so it's not really a fair comparison, but it is nice to see maybe where that beer came from. Anyways, I'm giving it a B today, guys. If you've had this, let me know. You know what, if you've liked it, let me know. If you didn't like it, let me know, because I like the quid pro quo. So, until the next DJs BrewTube, you got to do me a big favor and think globally and drink locally and support the craft beer movement to help this thing keep growing so we can keep having more, you know, DBAs out there, more cool ESBs that are riffs on the original styles. So until next DJs BrewTube, I appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to all my subs. And then, I got nothing for you but peace out!